Friday, everyone. Your real worth isn't defined by your net worth. What makes you valuable is how you use what you have been given. All of us have gifts. Make sure you're making the most of yours. Have an amazing Friday.
It is now the bottom of the hour. I'm excited to welcome Nancy Matthews to our program today. Nancy is an author of a book. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it in the carousel for you guys. There it is, The One Philosophy. I want to talk to Nancy not only about the re-release of the book, but also what it's been like for her to share the message with all of you guys. Nancy, great to have you on with us.
Hello, hello, hello. So happy to be here.
For the past 5 years, Help Heal Humanity has successfully run an elementary school in Canaan, Haiti. Due to COVID-19, the political unrest, and the recent earthquakes, food is scarce. The students attending our program are coming to school starving, and therefore causing a disruption in their academic goals. We need your help, now more than ever, to provide these students with the nourishment they need to continue their education. Our goal is to raise $100,000 so we can feed 100 kids lunch daily and send them to school in the upcoming year. Thank you for your support.
Good morning.
Music. I just be like,
hey, dancing away.
Dancing away. Oh my God. Hey, first of all, my other BB, how you doing this morning?
I am just doing very well. All sorts of fun things are happening, so that's always good. And one of the things, I am so grateful for technology. I just got off the phone with my sister. She lives in Montreal. Isn't it amazing? And and that we can just talk to people across the miles.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun. We were just catching up and just talking about a few things, and it's just amazing. People always say, well, what do I have to be grateful for? Well,
oh boy, don't even go there. They shouldn't even ask that question.
Don't even go there. Well, I mean, you and I, we've done our breath thing. Take a breath. You be grateful.
You got me on there. I'll never forget that one.
That was funny. That was funny.
I was just, it's, how when you're just waiting for like that, because I know you're just this wonderful, awesome, tremendous professional speaker and got all this wisdom coming out. So when you did the way you did, I was like, oh, okay.
The thing is that so often, that's what our job is. That's what part of this show is. That's why I am so grateful. We have got great guests coming on today.
Yes, we do.
To celebrate our 2 years. We have come a long way. Even if I say so myself, we have come a long way.
Yeah, 2 years. And being consistent in it. That's the part that's so amazing, is that we've been consistent in it. I mean, there's been some things where we did some, we showed a show again, or maybe I couldn't come on or whatever. But most of all, we've been consistent.
Those are the reruns. And I look at it this way. Look at some of the shows that are still in reruns. I mean, if you go onto Friendly TV, you can still watch Frasier.
Yeah, or even, okay, I'm gonna take you way back. The Dick Van Dyke Show. The Maritime Awards.
Yes. Or Bewitched. I saw Bewitched one night. It was like Bewitched. And probably people out there right now are saying, what shows?
What show?
But some of them were just hysterical. And although I have to admit, sometimes if you can't always be up on. Sometimes you just have to have times where you'll just wake up feeling kind of like, on those days, sometimes what I do to raise my spirit, because sometimes you just need help to raise your vibration, raise your spirit. I will watch some of the blooper shows. And the blooper shows are sometimes funnier than what the actual show was.
Yes. And it cracks me up every time. I don't care how I'm feeling. Once I look at those, I'm done. I'm done.
So that's one of our tips for today. If you're feeling down, watch something that's funny.
Yes.
Now, have you ever seen the laugh tracks? That it's on YouTube, and you can punch in on YouTube. Give you a plug. That a laugh track. And it's just a whole thing of people laughing. Well, after a few minutes, you're like, and you start to laugh, and laughing releases so many endorphins. It's the feel good thing. I mean, it even says in the Bible that laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is a good medicine. So if you're having a rough day, do something to laugh. And we just don't laugh enough. Even if you start to laugh at yourself in the mirror. I love doing mirror work. I did mirror work this morning. One of my things is that free to be me. And there's a song by Francesca Batticelli. And it just says that I'm free to be me. I've got dents in my fenders and I've got rips in my jeans, but I'm free to be me. And it's kind of becoming one of my theme songs, because that's how we have to be our authentic self.
So
because
true.
that being our authentic self, it puts out into absolutely everything else that we do. How we speak, how we communicate, how we connect.
Yeah. And how we could, the biggest thing is how we connect. That's why I always never have a problem telling my stories in my life, because I want to connect with others so they don't have to feel alone and be like, oh, I feel like I was the only person in the world that was going through. You know how they go, I was going through. And I'm like, nope, you have company. I'm in the same boat with you. Been there, done that, and probably did it a few other times. So
and got the tea. And got the tea
from it. Yeah. It's funny you said that, Barbara, because the other day I was, because we're always in networking functions and all that, meeting different people. So this one network function I was in, was one lady stood up and said, you know what? I am tired of everybody saying that they failed in certain areas of their business or they failed in life. She said, you never fail. And she said it really loud. She said, you never fail. You're just learning to succeed. And I was like,
yes.
Wow. I said, mic drop.
I'm going to keep that.
That was, Barbara, I'm telling you, that changed even with me after she said that. Because sometimes I do say, I failed there or I messed up. And when she said it like that, Barbara, I was just like, yeah.
It's those aha moments. And that's why one of the reasons why we started this show, because our premise is that we want to make happiness the norm rather than the exception. Well, sometimes we need to have those little nuggets, and I'm going to use that. I have not heard that before. It's exploding in my brain. We'll have to make it into it's when you can start hearing those nuggets of wisdom from other people.
Yeah.
Because
and that's
we
why
can't on our own.
And I was just going to say, Barbara, that's why it's so important to be around the like-minded people like us, just like the ladies that are coming on, well, the queens I call them, are coming on today. We're all like-minded, and you get those little nuggets. And if you're feeling, a certain way, and other ones like, with the happy, then, it kind of is contagious. Just like, okay, how can I sit there and be sad all this? And look at this, all these wonderful queens. Yeah.
Right. We need to lift I truly believe that all of us together, and you know what? I'm going to plug women, all of us together, men don't get it all the time. We, the women, even according to the Dalai Lama, we are going to raise the vibration of the world. That's what we're going to be doing that. We are going to be doing that because we have, I truly believe that women have an inside track on getting in touch with their feminine side, and so I truly believe that that's what we're here for, is to raise the vibration, especially those of us that are light workers, that we work in the light of raising the vibration, raising love, raising happiness. The world is a dark place. And unless we share our light, it's not going to happen. And so that's why I love the fact that we have this show, and 2 years. And that's a testament to people who want it. That they want to have, they want to be happier. They want to have more love in their life. They want to have more connection. People want to be part of something bigger than just themselves.
Yes. And like you just said, Barbara, I'm going to say this and then we're going to bring our queens on. But I just wanted to say that you're so right about, us as women. And I feel that we're elevating that because we just have that instinct. We got that nurturing in us. I don't care what woman it is out there. We all have that nurturing and tendency in us. Yeah. So it's like we just want things to get right or be right or, uplift and stuff. And that's why I know as us as women, it's going to change the world. It really is. Love the men, but women, we're going to change. Just giving you notice.
Because I think, and I think some women that, have been there, done that. Hey, we're talking to the choir. You and I have both done this. That was like, oh, but what will people think? Well, they're going to say, oh, wow. And even if you take one little small step to share your light, you don't have to come on and do a podcast right away. Look at how you and I started. It was like, I'm not going to, I would love to do a podcast, but I'm not going to do it alone. It's like, I'm not going to do it alone. Not that I can't, but I prefer to do, I love to have conversations with people. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that I love about the ladies coming on. It's just, we are going to have just a fun conversation.
Yes, and see what their world is, what's in their world right now. So
happening in their world. Yeah.
So let's bring them on. I'm ready, Kimberly, Lou, and Catherine. Wow, we have a party. So let's
have a party.
And then let's party.
You got it.
When you do nothing, nothing happens. Best time to take action is now. This is the time to work on you and your business. So I've created a group, an online academy for professionals and entrepreneurs. Power Partners will help you to start helping yourself.
Helped me change my life and my business.
Not a Toastmasters, it's not a BNI, it's not any of these, but it is. So it's all this stuff in one place.
Get the results that you deserve right now. So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen. See you in Power Partners.
The queens are here. Uh-oh, Barbara, are you muted? Uh-oh.
Am I muted?
Oh, there you go. You're back. I don't know what happened.
But I just realized, is my sound okay? Because I just realized my big microphone isn't plugged in. Well, you know.
Yes, you're back.
It's one of those days. So. Why don't we have everybody introduce themselves and then we'll go around?
Yeah, first I want to say hello, ladies, hello, queens, love you. Okay, now you can introduce yourself.
All right, Barbara, you put them in order. Where are you? How are you seeing them?
Okay, well, it is funny because we see them differently. So let's start with Miss Catherine first.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Barbara. Hello, both of you, Barbaras, and the other two ladies who I'm going to get to know today. Everyone, I'm Catherine Yarborough. I am delighted to be here for this 2-year anniversary. Rock and roll, ladies. I bow to you for your commitment. Anyhow, I am a vibrant speaker coach and manifesting clients mentor. So what I do is I take women entrepreneurs through a process of breaking free from childhood conditioning or corporate conditioning that has them not be the fullest expression of themselves, keeping them in a container. And so as a result, they're able to be authentically vibrant when they speak, which is exactly what you were talking about, Barbara. And so they can easily attract clients and fulfill their work, the purpose that they're here to fulfill and make the difference they're here to make. So that's me. Is there anything else that I should say right now?
Well, I'll just say real quickly, you're wonderful. You're amazing. I love, love, love your book. So just put a quick plug out there. We'll let her, there we go. This is what it's all about too. His visibility is a key. So thank you so much, Queen Catherine. So next, our lovely Elmalou. Did I say it correctly?
That's right. My mother just sort of made up a name. I love it because it's unique. So I'm honored to be here, and congratulations on your 2-year anniversary. I am raising the vibrational level of families. You know, families are the foundation of society, so I'm making the world a better place by strengthening families. I'm a family life expert with Healing Your Families. I'm delighted to be here.
Yes, family. See the vibration, Barbara. See, they're getting it
already. You got to start with the kids.
Got to get the kids. Now it's starting about children and stuff. Miss Kimberly, Queen.
Hi. Well, ladies, oh my gosh, I love it. I love that you have been consistent for 2 years. Fantastic. Congratulations. Congratulations for that. And congratulations for what's ahead and the impact that is ahead. So my name is Kimberly Lechnick. I am a relationship growth strategist. And what is that? It means that I absolutely love relationships, both business, personal, and there are 3 points to my triad of the things that I do. On one side, excuse me for a moment. On one side, I have a television show that's called Faith Rising, Feel the Fire. And we are highlighting that social entrepreneur. Why? Because we are on a mission to heal humanity. So very excited about this. On the other side of it, I have a collaboration with a fantastic lady in leadership, and we have a project focused on the corporate woman, and we are going into corporate, impacting her in all areas of her life. Our program, the Corporate Woman's Handbook, and those of you who love to be motivated, are looking for new innovative ways to scale. I love the metaverse. It is a terrific way to absolutely take your business to the next level. And that's just a little bit about me. I'm so happy to be here with Catherine and Elmalou. Look forward to meeting them. And thank you to Barbara and Barbara.
Babies. Yeah, we make it easy for our guests. Although I will tell us one thing. One day our guest's name was also Barbara. We were the 3 Bs. It was like
that was a little bit. Yeah, that was a challenge because we didn't know which Barbara was supposed to speak. I was like, okay, we got to give nicknames now.
It was funny. It was funny though. But it was a good show.
The 3 Bs.
Barbara. The 3 Bs.
Yes. So, Miss Barbara, since we're talking about my Barbara Ellison, your introduction before I go to mine.
Yeah. I'm Barbara Ellison. I'm founder of the Wellness Playroom, because wellness is about so much more than just not being sick. It's about being the best ever version of you, that vibrant, no nonsense, inspiring vision of who you are and who you want to be in the world, and you help other people, and I help other people to do that too, for those that want to do that. And it's like, oh yeah, let's do it, and let's do it together. Let's have fun. So that's me.
I love that Barbara's Playroom. I love ever since you changed that. It's just it's different.
The Wellness Playroom.
Love it. Wellness Playroom. Well, my name is Barbara Beckley, and I'm a purpose, visibility, and social media consultant / strategist / cheerleader. I put the cheerleader there because I'm always cheering, especially for women that's in business. So that's why I hear you called queens. That's why I always lift you up. That's why I'm always finding every adjective that I can think of to say how brilliant you all are, because you are, and you inspire me to inspire you to get to that next level in your life. Visibility, because visibility is the key. I keep telling people you can't hide, especially the gifts that you have. Why would you want to hide those? I mean, Catherine, you all just said what you do for people in their life. And you're going to hide it? No. So that's why I come into play, and I help you just get that visibility through shows, interviews, whatever we got to do to get you out there. So now that I'm going
to brag on Barbara Beckley for a moment. She started this network with 2 shows. Now we're up to 7. 7? Is it 7 at 7 at last count?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I still can't believe it.
Because she doesn't brag on herself. So I said, well, I'm going to do it for her. Because it's absolutely the truth. But we started with 2. Barbara, there was Barbara and I, and then and I don't remember who the other first show was. And it was like, well, let's do it. Yeah. Okay. Once I talked her into it first, of course, but that was fine. But anyways, so let's talk about where we've, like, the things that have happened in business for women over these last few years. And one of the things that for myself is that I don't mention, we know what's gone on. I don't want to give it a name anymore. That's it. We're done. However, things have changed for women, and I think for the better. I think so many things have come out of all of this stuff that have made it so much easier for women to shine their light. So I just think that, and people, especially women, we need to hear how you're doing it. What are you doing? Steps, little, tricks, how to do that. Because sometimes we don't know even, I know with me, I didn't know how to start. All I knew what I didn't was what after David died, I knew what I didn't want, but I didn't know what I did want or how to get it. And that's where listening to these kinds of things came in. And that's what I love about just bringing guests on that just have a conversation. So let's go around and let's talk about it.
That's really interesting, Barbara. I don't think, for me, when I look at how far women have come, I go back. I mean, there was a time we couldn't even vote. We couldn't even vote. And look at where we are now. We're not exactly where we are, need to be, right? We're always striving for our positions. But it is absolutely amazing what we've accomplished thus far. And moving forward, oh my goodness. We're taking our place at the helm for sure.
I'm excited to see more women banding together like your group. I have a weekly show too, thanks to a women's group, Win-Win Women, and we're on TV, and it's exciting to see women supporting each other, encouraging each other rather than competing. And because of that, I think far more of us are in business now than ever before.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'll say a couple of things. One is that because of what happened that we're not naming, we went from a lot of people only being able to do things in person to pretty much all of us feeling comfortable online. Not everybody. Some people are still getting their feet wet with this video camera kind of stuff and Zoom calls and this cool experience here that we're having. But a lot of us have gotten to this place where we can do either in person or online. So moving forward, I see something that's really cool, which is that we're going to find a way to use all the mediums that are available to us in a way that makes the most sense for who we each are and who our ideal clients are as entrepreneurs. Now, the other thing I want to add to the conversation, coming back to what I believe it was Kimberly was talking about, the history of women and how far we've come. Last night, I had the pleasure of watching a movie called Ride Like a Girl. It was created in Australia. It's available on Netflix if anybody's interested, about the journey, a real life. It's based on a true story of a woman jockey who was the first to win the Sydney Cup, the first woman jockey to win the Sydney Cup, and the challenges she went through on the journey of that. And so it's another piece of our history as women as we step more and more and more into the balance of the feminine and the masculine that we're all creating these days, so that we are co-creating our human experience with the guys, because yes, they are important too. So we've got our part to do of raising this vibration and stepping into leadership even more. So I love the conversation.
Yes. That's like a friend of mine.
I just really love, and I'm glad you brought that up, but I always love looking at those type of movies, those women, so you can get to see, because again, talking back about you're not alone, and there's a connection there, and we're fighting the fight, as I call it, because we are fighting the fight still, but in a good way, because we want to raise that vibration. We want to do more. We want to show people, hey, we're women. We do what we do. And when I see those stories like that, it's just, I always cry. I'm a crybaby when it comes to that. I do. I have to admit, I'm a crybaby, because it's not crying because it's being sad. It's just like, look at this woman, or look at what we're doing, and it just puts this big old love in my heart to see us just going, even through all the trials and tribulations that they went through, they still stuck it through. And they said, you know what, I'm just not going to do it for you, but I'm doing it for, for them, but for everybody, all the other women to show, hey, I did this and you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Amelia Earhart. She's one that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it was unheard of to fly a plane, like,
and a woman.
And a woman, and just and there were some trailblazers who just did her own thing. Like, one of the things that comes to mind too is Eleanor Roosevelt, when she, first lady, and she went out and she wanted to go on an airplane ride because she saw a podcast type of thing, an interview with a gentleman that was the first Black pilot to start in this one company. And she said, well, I want to go on a ride with him. And everybody told her, well, you can't do that. You're the first lady. She said, well, because I'm the first lady, I can do it. And she did. And it's like, that's it. Because we are women, we can do it. I think that has to be the attitude of, because we're women, we can do it. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's just because we can do it. Because we have the vibration, we have the guts to stand up for what we want. So.
And if we come from the faith perspective, and we look at that and we really look at the truth, I don't feel like this is any accident by any means. This was divinely created. So we're just now coming into our power and taking our place at the helm. And this, it's just a beautiful unfolding of what was already planned for each and every one of us. So just fantastic conversation.
So I'm going to add another little nugget in here from a book I've been reading, and it's just a novel. Anyhow, this woman is going through a hard time, and she hangs out with these guys who are homeless, and she comments on how the woman who's a waitress feels insecure and jealous of her because she's hanging out with these guys, which is absolutely crazy. But she realizes in this novel that she's jealous. The younger woman is jealous because of insecurity. And she makes this commentary about how women often suffer from insecurity. And I know as a younger person, I certainly felt a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurity, that inner experience has led to stops and starts, or starts and stops and starts and okay, it's not working, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, all that kind of stuff. And then she makes this commentary about men. She's like, I don't know what it was. Was it the mama's love? But men just don't have that demon. And I'm going to say in general, because I know there are some men who do struggle with insecurity, but a lot of men just, she's like, they think they're God's gift, even these guys who are homeless. And, anyway, not as clean as we would all like them to be. And how can a man just feel that way? And this isn't a comparison. I'm not trying to compare women to men because we all have our own journeys, but just to point out that what those women who were role models did and what we're speaking about and what we're doing is we're overcoming whatever challenges that we've had, one of which is insecurity and self-doubt.
Yeah. And just to add to that, Catherine, because I've noticed, like you said, not comparing men and women, of course, because we're both different, but I notice in men, sometimes they don't overthink some things. Us as women, sometimes we have to admit it. Sometimes we kind of overthink and question and overthink again and question some more. Not saying we can't do it, but we just keep doing that. While we're doing that, they're already said, they're putting stuff into action. They're like, boom, here we go. Okay, let's do this. Let's make a decision. Don't be the decisive, and I was like, see, and that's like I said, we learn from each other, right? And I said, yeah, I need to start making decisions, or I need to start getting to the point quicker. I need to start focusing more. And I found out when I started doing that more, things were getting done and within my own life of my business. So, you can take those lessons, the men and what they do, and say, okay, let's interject that with the women as what we're doing with the vibration, that right now, let's just start making those decisions and stop second guessing ourselves sometime and say, you know what, just like I said earlier, it's not a failure. You're just growing to success. You're just learning through that.
And I think that leads us into the whole conversation. And I don't want to take us off tangent by any means, but the whole conversation of the masculine and the feminine, and that, in all fairness, we, both sexes have that in us. And we know that because of John Gray's deep research into the biology, right? So I think that for me, I don't like to generalize, because I think, sometimes as women, we can often go into more of our masculine, right? Especially in leadership, we see that a lot because we're taking on the role, right? And then we have to course correct and we have to remember, hey, wait a second, who am I in my true essence? Who am I in my true essence? I am female. So I really want that to shine through, but I think it might be a good conversation for another day.
I love this thread of let's learn from each other, because we do have so much that men can learn from us, that we can teach them, that we can learn from them. And I think we can be complementary. We can support each other in our strengths and of course fill that role of raising the vibrational energy, setting the emotional tone. I love these comments that Barbara and Kimberly have made. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing for men, I'm just going to say quickly, when you talk about we're learning from each other, is one thing I told some, because I got, men friends that we talk, because we learn from each other, like you said. And I said, well, one thing you can learn is listen. And I said, you need to listen. You need to listen.
Yeah. Like I can remember saying to David, and it's like, David, You're not listening. And he would turn right around to me and say, yes, I heard every word. I said, yes, you did hear every word. However, you didn't listen to the words. And he would just get so, it's like,
yeah, and it's funny. I love when I catch. I mean, this is kind of sad, but I love when I catch him on it. Like when I say, "Okay, if you listen, you listen to what I said. Okay, repeat what I just said. What was the question I asked you?" Well, you was just saying something about what you're doing and whatever diamond factor. I'm like, boy, you really reaching, aren't you?
Listening is the biggest part of communication. That's true.
That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And that's one of the things that I am really having to learn. But we don't have to be perfect at it. I think so often we get so caught up in trying to be perfect that we lose sight of just the genuineness. And that's why I love these conversations, because this is where the magic happens of why we do the show the way we do. I don't like to. You can tell when a show is scripted that all the questions are the same, and the guest they've been give the same answer, especially if they're famous. Giving the same answers to the same because they've been asked the same question for 30 years. This is where magic happens. Because one person can hear one little shift. And one of the things that we talk about all the time is that I want people to go from what their mindset is, have a mind shift, and get into mind flow. Because when you flow, everything flows easier. Everything. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Done is better than perfect. Get it out there. So yeah, absolutely.
So,
ladies,
I'm glad you brought that up, Barbara, because when you said done, is you have to do it. So Forrest Riley, because I go to her weekly session. She has like a mind master that she does every Wednesday night, and she's always telling us and striving and telling us over and over again, get stuff done. You need to get things done. She said she was talking to somebody. She has an ebook. She put an ebook together in like 2 hours and she put it out there. And the little lady was asking, she said, well, I'm still trying to work on mine and make sure that I got the chapters right and putting information. She said, you know what? My not perfect ebook is better than your ebook that's not there. And I was like, wow. Right. And when you said it like that, I said, okay. She said, so my ebook is there while you're still trying to figure it out. And she said, think about this. You're holding the information, the gift that you have in you, you're holding back for people that need it. So she said, think about it like that, not so much of, it's all about Barbara or it's all about whoever. No, it's about you're holding back something that other people need from you, but you're so busy trying to be perfect.
Great point, Barbara, great point, because for me, it's getting out of your own way, right? You're getting out of your own way and you're not getting caught up in that, because, that's about the mindset, right? That's about that monkey mind of ours that's always up there doing mental gymnastics and trying to say like, well, wait a second. That shouldn't be there. Like, the example of the ebook, right? Of course it should be there, right? Like, just do it, like Nike, right? Just do it.
Yeah. And if something like, look at the times that we have had our little glitches on this show. I mean, one day my cat knocked my virtual background down. It's like, but you just laugh about it. That's life. People want to see that things happen to you too. It just amazes me sometimes that people are so worried about having that perfect, because so-and-so is on Facebook and they have 1 million viewers. Yeah, but how many are they connecting with? Because I'm sorry, I don't care if you have 1 million viewers, you cannot connect with 1 million viewers. You can't. I would rather have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 that I'm really connecting with. It's because otherwise it's just a number.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
It's about the connections, isn't it?
Right. Let's change the world together. This to me is more powerful than having 1 million viewers on an Instagram account. This is
It is true. Yeah.
Where
I'm gonna leave here. I already knew Barbara Beckley, who I love and adore, because you are a queen and a cheerleader. I love you. And I'm getting to know Barbara Ellison and Kimberly and Emma Lou. I mean, I'm gonna leave here with a sense of who everybody is and more connection. And that opens my heart. And I'm grateful for that experience. This experience.
Yes.
You know, and Barbara Beckley, I mean, we're the three of us, we're all in Women's Prosperity Network. And, you know, and so the ad was with Nancy Matthews. One of the ads is that be the one, be the one for someone else. And we can all do that. Even if it's just, as a friend of mine says, it doesn't cost you a dime to smile. Just smile. Carol, she says it all the time. Just smile. It doesn't cost you anything. And it takes more to frown than it does to smile.
Yes, yes. Well, you know what I would love to hear from the other queens is, you know, with our time here, is what you're looking for in the future. Like, what are you doing? Some things you're doing in your world. So let's start with Emma Lou.
Well, my focus is on families, and what has changed is this is actually more mothers are working from home. So there is that greater potential for more family time. Do we spend it bickering or do we spend it in love? How can we raise that vibrational energy in our homes and help prepare our youth for independent, successful adulthood, teaching them to believe in themselves, teaching them to get the skills they need and pursue their passions. So this is what I am devoted to and how I feel I'm contributing. And I love connecting, and especially connecting with women who know how to do the marketing and can help me get my message out. I appreciate that. And I am really interested in hearing about Kimberly and relationships, because really relationships, whether it's a business relationship or family, there are basic principles like respect that are vital. We need to learn those. I love learning from other women. And Catherine, all of you, it has been great to listen to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Wow. I love that. Family, you know what? Families, that's it. It has to start there. It really has to start there. And I'm glad, Emma Lou, that you are an advocate for that. We need more. We need to multiply you because we need more, especially women like that doing that in the world. So Miss Catherine, what's going on in your world moving forward?
Well, it's thank you for asking, because I get to give words to what my experience is right now. I took a left turn with my business in January and launched the Vibrant Speaker coaching part of my business. I created a program called Speak With Your Body, and I've enrolled 11 people in it since January. And one of the reasons why I did that was I got a download of the work and how to do it to make a difference in people's lives. And when I got that download, which took about 15 minutes, as soon as I opened up to this idea that the work is based on, it connects back to a purpose I was given back when I was 23, 24 years old, which was to teach people to integrate body, mind, emotions, and behavior. And now, of course, we talk about spirit, but I wasn't really connected to spirit back then. And so I'm now able to work with women entrepreneurs in a very proactive, forward-moving way that supports them in putting their message out in the world in this authentic way that you keep reminding us of, Barbara, by teaching them how to connect their body, mind, emotions, and higher self so that they can get their unique divine message out in a way that it resonates with their vibration. So I've invited 11 people have said yes to this process. And I've got a vision for what the future could look like. I'm envisioning hundreds, maybe even thousands in my lifetime of women who I've touched and worked with, breaking free from that childhood or corporate conditioning and being the fullest expression of themselves, really being in the world, authentically vibrant. And so I recognized also at the same time, the last few days, I've been feeling a little inner resistance. I've been going, some people who are doing this program are getting fabulous results, and some people are getting medium results. Is it okay? Am I good enough? Is the program good enough? And so this morning, and so you're getting, this is the live me, this is the real me. I asked myself, and this is a tool that I think anybody can use. I asked myself, what if I can change the world for hundreds of women? What if I can do this? And so that they're authentically vibrant speakers. What does that mean today? And it means that I keep moving forward. I keep moving forward. I keep putting this message out. I keep inviting women to do this work with me. And I'm going to learn by doing, because maybe the reason why the people who didn't get the fabulous results is because what they need is a different angle for this work. They're coming at it from a different perspective, and I get to adjust by learning, by doing. And if I don't do it, if I sit on my butt, if I sit in my couch, if all I do is watch TV and read books, as y'all have heard that I do, then I don't get to share the message. So what's in store for me is to keep moving forward, share this message, invite people into my world to work with me, and learn by doing, and make a difference in hundreds of women entrepreneurs' lives.
Wow. Heart. Yes. And what I loved about that, before we get to Kimberly, Catherine, is that you did the download, you put it into action, you got these women, and you said to yourself, you know what, they might need some tweaking, because I see some women, you analyzed it, you looked at it, now you're saying, okay, I'm still going to move forward. I know what I need to do, and you're just doing it. And see, that's what it's all about. Don't stop that. See, some people stop in that process of that. And then that's where I'd be like, no, because you're so close. Don't do that. You're just analyzing again to see, okay, what do I need to tweak? Nothing's wrong with that. That's life. So kudos to you, lady.
Absolutely. And I have to chime in and say, as long as you continue to support those ladies as you make those tweaks, they're going to benefit from that evolution, right? They're going to benefit from that evolution. It's just, we're constantly evolving, and things can only improve. They can only get better. For me, the only way is up. The only way is up. So let's climb up, so fantastic, Catherine. I think that's amazing.
Thank you. And just to say, the everyone is moving forward with this program. So anyway, I feel 100% good about it. And I'm realizing, yes, I do feel 100% good about it. I'm recommitted. Let's hear from Kimberly. I'm sorry, I don't want to take over the whole thing. Thank you all. I'm very excited about sharing the message.
Oh my goodness. Well, if I were to tell you one thing that I'm looking for, I'm always looking for that social entrepreneur, that person that has a 501c3, a social project that's out there on the ground doing the work. Why? Because they're not out looking for promotion, but we want to promote them. We want to elevate them, because through that elevation, we are going to be able to heal humanity, because we cannot do it alone. We have to do it as a collective group. And so looking for that, those entrepreneurs, those social entrepreneurs that are out there in the ground, they're doing it, sex trafficking, homelessness, global warming, we want to talk to you. We want to talk to you. We have some projects that we are so excited to share that are behind the scenes, but we do not want to talk about what we are creating. I'm going to give you a little snapshot. And that snapshot is we are working at creating communities, a template for a community for the homeless. So this is so important. This is such important work. So yeah, that's what I've got for you today.
Ooh,
Wow.
This is powerful. This is good. Wow. Barbara, see, Barbara, the best, the queens, they're doing their thing, boy.
Great.
They're really doing it. Yes. Yep. So I want to ask, because of time, I want to make sure everybody gets, well, the audience that's watching us, the wonderful other audience out there, is how to connect with each and every one of you. So, Emmylou, can you just let them know how to connect, and then we'll go back around with Catherine, and then Kimberly, and me and Barbara will close.
I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram with my name. My website is healingyourfamilies.com.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to say this to each person out there. I always do this. Barbara knows I do this. Reach out to these ladies. I want to keep saying reach out. You see what they're about. You see they're amazing, and you see they're they're changing lives. So reach out to them. Ms. Catherine?
My website is manifestingclientsacademy.com. And if you go there, if you put a / or a backslash, I can't remember which slash it is, and then add how vibrant am I? So manifestingclientsacademy.com / how vibrant am I? You can get a free assessment about how vibrant you are. You can see how you're doing. So you can check out my website, and you'll find the Speak with Your Body program information. If that intrigues you, check it out. Schedule a time with me. On Facebook, I have a great Facebook group. It's called Vibrant Entrepreneurs. Join me. Y'all are all welcome to join me in my Facebook group, Vibrant Entrepreneurs.
Ooh, that's that community. See? Yes. Awesome, Catherine. And Miss Kimberly?
Find me on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. Connect with me. Reach out through those DMs. I want to build a relationship with you because at the end of the day, that is what it is all about. That is what it's about. Reach out. Let's have a conversation, and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We can't do it alone. We have to do it in community. And it was just fabulous connecting with everyone today. Absolutely fabulous.
Awesome. Well, Barbara, what you doing, lady? No,
I've got a lot of things. The thing that I'm really excited about right now is I've just finished doing a positivity intelligence. Now I'm going to be able to talk about raised vibration and bringing people together. It's going to be huge. So I'm really excited about getting that up and going. And I'm believing I'm going to be able to launch like in July. So, but I've just got some of the logistics that we have to. We do have to do logistics, and logistics have not always been my strong suit. But I am really learning, and now one of my biggest things was if you're having trouble with something, reach out to somebody who plays at it.
Yes.
Reach out to someone who plays at it, and that they can do in 3 seconds what it would take me 2 hours to do. Reach out. That's my tip of the day too.
Yes. The rule for that is I always tell myself, if it's taking more than probably I give myself maybe 30 minutes. If it takes more than that, then somewhere I need to either get somebody that knows how to do it quicker, or maybe I should be doing that this time. So there's something that sparks in my head to say, okay, what's going on, Barbara? You delegate. Something has to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
One day I was doing a thing and I was like, why am I not getting it? And when you ask yourself a question, sometimes the universe will answer you because you're not supposed to be doing it.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, put it down, drop, never going to do it again.
Barbara, if I could just chime in, I failed to mention that if your audience is interested in connecting, a great way to learn more about me is I am going to be on Why Not Wednesday on LinkedIn. And you are going to be able to learn more about me, what I do, and what I'm about, my why. And I think our whys are super powerful. So thanks so much again, ladies.
Yes.
This was great.
Knowing your why. And I'll leave it with me. Well, what's going on with me is a lot of things, but the main thing is I was talking about that ebook earlier, hint to everybody. So I am doing a collective of ebooks regarding the social media world, because I see, especially as women, and that's one of the things that I do, is I do counseling and coaching for women in their social media, because I said there's always have to be strategically done. You just don't throw things out there and say the hope and prayer method and say, oh, I just hope they just reach out and I hope they like this post. No, you didn't do your business that way. Why are you going to take part of your marketing tool and do it that way? And that's what I always tell women. Think about what you're doing. This is part of your business. This is your baby. And you're just going to throw stuff out there and just be like, whatever? No, you don't do that. That's disrespectful of your business. So I'm putting some ebooks together, small ebooks, and an ebook, just let everybody know, tip on the side, it could be 2 pages. It doesn't have to be 100 pages, 20 pages, 50 pages. It could be 2, and it could be volume 1, 2, and 3, and you could just keep on going. So again, that just tells you, you do not have to procrastinate on ebooks. So that's what I'm really working hard on, because I really want people to understand, to make it easy for them and steps to take when it comes to getting your visibility, especially in the social media world, and making sure you're strategically doing it. So that's what's coming up in my world. And you can reach me at www.barbarabeckley.com. Make it easy, because it's my name. I know some people be like, what would you say again? I said, this is my name. You're good. You can get me. That's how you do it. But with that, we just want to thank you ladies so much for coming on our show and really just having a party with us, because I call it a party of us just coming together as women, banding as women, celebrating 2 years. But it's just not just the 2 years with me and Barbara. It's just the 2 years again with everybody coming on this show, telling their gifts, telling their talents, telling what they're doing in business. I just believe this is just a celebration for all of us. And we're just co-hosts on the show, but it's really a celebration for all the women that are on the show, that comes on, that's in the background and everything. So I salute each and every one of you, and let's really share, this anniversary with all of us. Yep. So we're gonna. I did this last time because since it is a party, we're gonna do just a quick dance. I'm gonna play some music. Let's see if this works for me. I think it does. Yeah, this is on. Can you hear it? Yeah. So we're gonna and I know Kimberly, I used to watch her.
Thanks everybody. Have a great
day. Appreciate you so much dancing with us. Take care.
My body becomes like a cement. Oh my God.